Hey everybody, this is Blue. Hope everybody's doing good out there. So let's start off with today's shirt that I just got done making. And it is right there. Heavy metal bardic orcs. You know, the Graw kill the Gulmar. And in my game, Gulmar is a hobbit, a halfling thing. Okay? And this, of course, was inspired by Elmer J. Fudd, Kill the Wabbit. This is my segue into today's topic, and that is ignoring your stat requirements when you're choosing your profession. Most games tell you what your primary stats should be if you want to be this profession. And I say ignore it. I think it's actually a bad thing. It's kind of padding the game. Kind of like what D&D likes to do. You know, let's get it set up so that, you know, our PCs are maxed out, they live longer, and all that. I want to absolutely ignore that now. Because we need to have a little fun when we're playing our game, and so something a little bit odd in the game will make the game more interesting, I believe. You can also use the off stat as part of a background. First image right here, that is a Gulmar, actually. That is a Gulmar Barbarian. And, you know, we would not want to have a Hobbit Halfling Gulmar Barbarian because hobbits are small and weak, right? I mean, how intimidating is it to have a 3-foot barbarian? But for his race, his species, he is tough and all that. And so you could and should have a Gulmar Barbarian that goes out adventuring in the world, and he has issues because people don't take him seriously. Because, you know, he's at a severe strength disadvantage, right? So, why not have that be part of his backstory? This particular Gulmar is an orphan. He had to live rough and all that, and he ended up living with the big folk, and he had to become a barbarian. You know, too many thieves out there for the Gulmar, right? So let's make him a barbarian. So you can have some moments of comedy, yes, but you can also make it a driving force to make that particular PC even better. The next one over is a quad. This is one of my races that I created. And a quad is the ugliest species in my game. Picture a basset hound mixed with a human and dark gray skin. Well, you can see that. And so they have a hideous face. There's nothing sexy about them, but this particular quaw is a houri, or a enchantress. You know, this is somebody that, you know, could wake the dead and is trying to be sexy. So that could be somebody that needs to use a lot more of the glamours, the influence spells to achieve her goals. Okay? The next one over is my version of a kobold. And, well, and that particular kobold is a druid. Because, you know, kobolds do live in nature a lot, and, you know, they have their caves, and usually they got a lot of wooded areas near their caves. And so a kobold druid makes sense. But it depending on your game, sometimes those stats don't back up there being a kobold druid. Screw it. Make one, and like I said, the stats might go against the kobold, yes, but that could be a motivation to be even better. And so I think a kobold druid would be a great character to have in a group. And then the final one over there, that is one of my bardic orcs. In my game, they're called the Gra. So, but, you know, not a lot of people are going to want to picture an orc being a skilled singer and musician. And so I think having a orc bard would be something nice and different in a game. And so I'm going to ignore the stat requirements and I'm going to just make them suggestions. Hey, if you want to max out your whatever character for this profession, have these two stats. Fine. It may be, you know, most games, they have two requirement stats. Maybe make only one of them required. You know, so for the Barbarian, it's strength and constitution in my game. And so maybe this particular Barbarian is not that strong, but he's pretty hardy. He can take the abuse. Okay, he could be a good Barbarian. The Qua over there, right, she is not pretty and all that, but she could have an amazing personality. She might have really good charisma, which could counter her hideousness. And so we could just make them suggestions, maybe focus on one of the two stats, and you could have a heck of a lot more interesting PCs out there. And I think that's what we need to do when we're playing our game. We have to have a little fun. So sometimes we have to create some of the oddballs and all that. And that, I think, would create a lot more stories amongst the groups. Something to, you know, have fun about. Make some history. Okay? I would love to hear some of your ideas and all that on what you think would be an interesting profession, class, race combination. Because, you know, you could also have a giant or a titan ballerina, a dancer, you know. That would be, you know, something that's big, brutish, and, you know, does not have finesse, doing a finesse profession. So everybody, please take care. Be at peace.